You already know the rest. We chilling right here at Smoke Divas for the 4th annual community. East Cleveland Community Fest. And
please come out. Let me introduce her. So this is our diva, our stylish diva. What do we call you? The fashion guru right here. We got right here. She's also our mental health diva. So just not just pretty, but we also got some smarts going on like the rest of our divas. So what made you join the diva group?
I like the community outreach of everything. So I like the whole concept of
I just wanted to get the
ladies with no trauma.
And so, since you are a mental health expert, do you think being part of a social group such as ours does that help with people's mental states, or do you suggest that be something that
being a part of any positive group of individuals is healthy because you're able to give feedback and also speak. So yeah, I think that is very beneficial. And the divas are a great group of ladies that are very supportive in every aspect. So yeah, I definitely do.
Alright, so you help people with their mental health.
Yes, and addiction is sweet.
Alright, so with that being said, like, what does kind of that entail as far as mental health? I know, like, when it comes to like males, we're not really like that. I was a kid, and then we see it became one of the things I got. So I want to give what will make them understand wellness and youth before.
So for me, I am person-centered. First thing is educating our community about how serious mental health is. We have been dealing with this for centuries, right? We can even say biblical times if you want to, right? And so in our communities, mental health was very taboo. Nobody talked about it. We always say, oh, that person crazy, or that crazy uncle or crazy auntie, but never really knowing what the struggles were. And also it was looked at to be an embarrassment, right? So the more that we now educate our community to know that mental health is real, we have individuals who are struggling with mental health. And most individuals that struggle with mental health, they then move into addiction because they need something to quiet their mind. So now, the whole purpose of it is to have counseling, to deal with both addiction and as well as mental health. And to educate, I'm going to say it again, to educate. And so, it's not as hard as people think. It's just having a conversation, right? Meeting them where they are and getting the services that they need.
So you say you're kind of like a therapist?
Not kind of, I am.
I just need to know the reality of it. That's all.
Do you think everyone should have a therapist?
I do. It wasn't until it hit home for me. We're understanding, like, after having my baby, I was struggling with mental health and then getting into the field, understanding how important mental health is.
So you're saying even you have a therapist?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, a therapist has to have a therapist.
Yes.
Right?
Probably more than the rest of us.
Yes. And so I go to my therapist to self-de-escalate myself because I do deal with, I work with children, I work with couples, I work with, and I've been in the community for 12 years now. So I work with veterans, the homeless, human trafficking. And so now my specialty is couple counseling and just regular counseling. It doesn't always have to stem from mental health.
So you can come down to the Divas, you might get some little couples counseling up in here.
Alright, so this is the only other question I have, right? Now, I'm not really speaking for me personally, right? But I'm just saying, like, in general, if it's a situation in a couple where the couple feels like, okay, we may need counseling or whatever case may be, like, why is that so tough to get counseling like that? And like, people by myself, I wouldn't want to see a counselor just by myself. I think that something is wrong. As far as a couple, why do you feel like that is so taboo too?
It goes back to education again. so the agency that I work for is called Exodus Counseling. And what I love about their couples counseling is that we come together as a couple, right? And then we split them up. And they have their individual, because you have to think, you came in as separate, right? And so there are some things that you have maybe suppressed over the years that you may need to talk about that is affecting the marriage. So it is very important to have both at the same time and then bring them together when they are ready, right? To talk about the different perspectives of the marriage. What are the challenges? And then also we get home, right? This isn't for us, this is for you. You know, and then, you know, oftentimes during the couples counseling, you make a decision. What is your end goal? Is your end goal to be together? Is the end goal to be separate? And sometimes we have to be honest as counselors to let them say, you know, hey, this may not be the relationship. It may be toxic to still be together. But if the goal is to let's work through that toxicity so that we can be whole.
Well, with that being said, can you give people like your contact information that they would like to get in contact with you or try to start counseling?
So my name is Evelin. I am currently working at Exodus Clinical Counseling that is located in Willoughby, Ohio. Our contact number is 440.
Right, isn't that Google? Yes, we need Google.
Sorry. So the number is okay though. As far as like you have any like social media tags or anything like that.
So right now I am currently not on social media.
Okay, that's fine.
That's not like that's for mental health.
If that it is
You gotta step away from social media.
Sometimes you have to step away to be able to come out better, right? So it's called Exodus Counseling. It's 440-516-0281. Exodus Clinical Counseling. Exodus Clinical Counseling. And also too,
I do have it just in case she's missing something. 440-516-0281.
I believe that's
and we specialize in so many different things. Like I said, we also we work with children, we work with couples, we work with mental health, we work with addiction. We have a PhD program. So whatever it is, you can always book an intake line, and they will guide you and then assign you to a counselor. But you want to ask me,
Right, that's right. And I just want to bring it back to the Smoking Divas just a little bit here. Do you feel like your Smoking Divas, we call each other sisters, support you in your business?
yes, I do. We had a couple of workshops that all of the divas attend. I came yes. So we do workshops where we have brunch and we just do an open talk. Right? And so we educate at the same time. Open talk conversation. I think the first one that you came to was the side piece or do.
All different kind of topics.
All different type of topics.
And you give your information. Alright, so come on out, support us. We still got a little bit more time left.
We're still here, man. We're still here. Fort Fayetteville, East Cleveland Community Fest. We're still here. We still got stuff to give away. Still got the music playing. We do karaoke. Evelyn, I appreciate you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
You already know. In the Post podcast every Saturday. I don't know where day, man. I'll get with them. I'll get with y'all. Y'all know the love.
And if you don't come today, remember the lounge is always open for you. The Smoking Divas are looking for new recruitments. And our favorite days, what's our favorite days? The first and the third. First and third, we're going to have a live band here.
Now, at the end of the day, before you hit in on this, just keep this on the low. In the Post podcast, we're starting to shoot in the Post at Smoking Divas every Saturday. No, you ain't hear that from me. But I'll get with y'all.